We're delivering cost of living, infrastructure, hospitals, schools. That's what Labor stands for, and that's what people will continue to get with this very good budget from Premier Stephen Miles.
I call the member for Kurwongbah.
Thanks, Acting Speaker. I'm always proud to speak to our appropriation bills, particularly today, our 2024-25 offering, introduced by our outstanding Treasurer, the Honourable Cameron Dick. Acting Speaker, we in the Parliamentary Labor Party, we stand up for every day for jobs, housing, health, infrastructure, education, and a hallmark of times, when times are tough for Queenslanders, action to ease the cost of living. Acting Speaker, this is our best budget yet, and I'll just take a few minutes to highlight why. We're wiping another $1,000 off household energy bills over the next 12 months as part of our record spend over $11 billion on concessions and cost of living measures. They include 50-cent train fares from August 5th to revolutionise the way we travel for work and recreation, 20% off vehicle registration for when you do need to drive, half-price air train fares, no more stressing about the taxi or Uber running late, 150,000 new Fair Play vouchers, bringing the total to 200,000. We've also increased the voucher value from $150 to $200 because we know that participating in sport isn't cheap, but it's such a valuable way for kids to engage in community. So we're expanding the eligibility criteria as well. We're boosting the budgets of emergency food relief providers, Oz Harvest, Second Bite and Food Bank Queensland, delivering $15 million for school and community food relief, and we've doubled the funding to Meals on Wheels. And I've just got to give a shout out here to Wendy Smith and the team of heroes at Meals on Wheels, Moreton Bay. I hope this helps. This budget also raised the threshold for first home concessions to over 700,000 home purchases in rueful recognition that finding a house and land for $550,000 these days is going the way of the dodo. Finally, on cost of living action, Acting Speaker, funding for free kindy will continue. It's no surprise to anyone who knows me, I'm passionate about the Queensland Energy and Jobs Plan. I mentioned in the motion earlier this week that the feedback I've had about our plan across the board is overwhelmingly positive. From Kurwongbah locals who are interested in microgrids, community batteries, to supply industry tradies excited about a world of new job opportunities, to businesses of all shapes and sizes who are positioning themselves in the window of opportunity we're providing in Queensland. This budget outlines another $26 billion worth of investment over the next 4 years that will underpin our economy, revolutionise and stabilise our power supply and help ensure a cleaner, brighter future for the next generations. While we're feeling revolutionary, our 50-cent train fare trial has the potential to completely change the way we move around in built-up parts of the state, especially here in the southeast. And we've just realised, talking to the member for Gympie, you can go from Gympie to the Gold Coast for 50 cents. He's excited. He's all a quiver over that. We know Queensland is the greatest state in Australia.
Order, members.
So
order. Member for Gympie, order.
You can see the excitement, Acting Speaker. We know Queensland's the greatest state in Australia, so it's not surprising more people want to live here. Population growth presents more challenges and opportunities, and we're addressing some and embracing others by almost fully subsidising train travel. We've listened to those who've told us the cost of public transport is a barrier to keeping the car at home. We've listened to those who've told us that the cost of fares tip the scales on a family outing to South Bank or to the museum or the Golden Sunshine Coast or a quick trip from Gympie to the Gold Coast. It tips it over to unaffordability. We've listened to those who want to be cleaner and greener, but if they have to leave home earlier to catch a train and pay a price, that doesn't differentiate enough from the cost of petrol. The convenience of the car will always win, so this will really help. 50-cent fares could change everything. And with 5 stations across my electorate, including a new and improved Burpengary station set to open around the end of August, we hear, I'm really excited to see how this goes.
Order, members.
Speaking of stations, I can't and won't forget our government's commitment to delivering more parking at Kurwongbah station that I successfully got funding for a while back. We could have really used it at the moment while Burpengary station's out of action, getting refurbed, and I've delivered that message to the Minister. I'm told we've entered into the design phase and I look forward to seeing that work completed in coming months. The $6 million in the budget for the Kurwongbah Park and Ride, and I know the price of concrete's high, but I reckon that's enough to start getting it going. I'm sure the Minister and TMR know I'll be asking for progress updates regularly, and I will be. Acting Speaker, there are many benefits to my electorate in the budget. I won't go through them all, but I encourage anyone watching or listening from my electorate to check my Facebook page and keep an eye on your inbox for details. Acting Speaker, this budget highlights the revolutionary thinking of the Miles government. I'm proud to be part of such an extraordinary team. We can and will deliver more for Queenslanders. I commend the bill to the House, and before I sit down, I understand a few weeks back, on the 18th of April, a post was put on my Facebook page that hurt some feelings and was not completely accurate reflection of what went on in the House.
Order.
I corrected the post
Order,
to more
members.
accurately reflect what happened in here, and I apologise to the House for the error.
Speaker.
I call the member for McAllister.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I haven't made any such post because I know most of the people in my electorate really don't pay that much attention to what happens in the House. But they will be paying attention to the money that's going to come from this budget. And I'm proud to rise here and make my contribution to this debate because this is a budget that is proudly Labor and one that I'm proud to take back to my electorate because this is a budget that will make a difference to people in my electorate. In McAllister, people are feeling the cost of living pinch on a daily basis.